My grandfather, Olav Shalom, Hashem Yunkom as Domov, was a Belzer Chassid. He was murdered by the Nazis. So there is some Chassidish background in my family. My father was not a Chassidish Yid. However, after Papa Olav Shalom was nifter, I started wearing his gartel because Mama gave it to me, and I took that upon myself as perhaps a commemoration or a symbol of some of my background. Now, Rabbi Oldman, many, many years ago, gave me a scorecard of the Hasidic masters. Hasidism started with the Baal Shem. One of his many Talmidim, or his Hasidim, was the Maggid of Mezerich, a gigantic personality. His student was Rav Shmelka of Nikolsburg. You may have heard of some of these names. If anybody's interested, you can get back to me, and I'll tell you where these places are and what they represent. Rav Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev, Schus Yogan Aleinu, one of our favorite people of the entire universe, became a chassid through Rav Shmelka of Nikolsburg. He then, after that, became a Talmid of the Maggid of Mezerich, as Rav Shmelka introduced him to him. Rav Nachman of Breslov said that the day that Rav Levi Yitzchak was niftar, the entire world went dark. And the Rishon, Rabbi Yisrael Rishon, was a grandson of the Maggid of Mezerich. Okay. The Belzer Rebbe doesn't fit in here, but that's my connection to them. The vart I'm about to tell you is a very, very Hasidic vart, not my usual style, but I thought it had a very powerful lesson to transmit to all of us and all of you, and it comes from this week's Parsha, Parshas Noach. The pasuk says, Sohar Ta'asel Teva, which we know means that there was going to be a lighting mechanism for the Teva. They couldn't sit there pitch black. And Rashi brings it down. Either it was a window, or it was a jewel, a brilliant jewel to light up the window. But the word from the Baal Shem is Sohar Ta'asel Teva. The word Teva, meaning ark, also means, as we all know, the word word. Teva stands for word. And Sohar means light. So what the Baal Shem says is, make the words of your davening lit up. The words of your davening should not be just rote. Here comes the Maisa. And it's a very powerful word. It's a little bit harsh, but pay attention. In the days of the Baal Shem, there was a man who saw in a sefer that anyone who for 40 days consecutively did not perform or do any sichas chulin, state any sichas chulin, would be granted Ruach HaKodesh. He took it upon himself to do 40 days without saying any word, without talking, and had certainly no sichas chulin. However, after the 40 days, to no one's surprise, nothing happened. So he decided to journey to the Baal Shem. There must be some explanation. When he told the Baal Shem his sad story, the tzaddik asked him, did you daven during those 40 days? What a question. 3 times a day, Avada. Did you read any Tehillim? Of course, answered the man. In that case, said the Baal Shem, considering the way that you daven and say Tehillim, it's very clear now. That must have been your sichas chulin. That is a very powerful message to all of us, including me. We've got to work on our davening, we've got to work on our learning, we've got to work on our Tehillim. Rattling off the words is not sufficient. We have to lighten up our words. We have to make our words illuminated and glorious and mean them and know what we're saying, at least certainly Pasha Taich. That's why I like my Art Scroll Sidurim, and I'm constantly looking up words to see what they mean. Because I come across a word I've been saying for many years, and I said, gee, what does that word mean? So we have to work on that, and in the schus of Sohar Ta'asel Teva, may all of our tefillos be mekubal this beautiful new year, and Be'ezus Hashem, may Mashiach Tzidkenu should grace us with his very early coming. Get Shabbos.